Welcome to your Miami Realtors virtual training, Working with Buyers and Sellers, Part 1. To get started, we will visit miamirealtors.com and come to the home page. From the home page, some key elements to show you. The blue bar on top contains information. If we were to click on Global and you're working with a buyer and seller that's working with you internationally, if we click to International Research, you will see that we have information and statistics and research dating back all the way to 2005. These reports are available to you so that you may use them with your buyer or seller. Selecting from the first one up top, the 2019 Profile of International Transactions, I can click through and get information. You may use this information for your customers. Here's a quick tip. When using something like this, you may be looking for research from a certain area. You can click Control F on a Windows-based computer and Command F on a Mac-based computer. You can search for a keyword, let's say Venezuela, and the system will tell you from the find bar that Venezuela appears 3 times. You can click down and find where Venezuela is showing. You may use this research when you're working with your buyer, investor, or seller. All of this because you came to the global page, and from the global page from Miami Association of Realtors, clicked on International Research. Continuing, you may come to the Advocacy page, click on Advocacy, and get information on FHA condo financing, workforce housing, sign ordinances, and so much more. Additional information is available under Affiliates. Affiliates are a network of companies that would like to work with you. For an affiliate directory, simply click over to Affiliate Directory and make these companies a part of your team. Come and choose through the directory and select. Get the information, go ahead and call and coordinate with them. All of this at your fingertips. Now clicking the back button, let's continue to another page that's amazing. Click on News. Under the News area, note that you have South Florida Market Stats, International Research, Market Focus. I'd like to pinpoint 2 areas here that may help you when you're working with a buyer and seller. Residential market sale activity by zip code. Sometimes you need to know the median sale price of the area that you're working in. If we click through here, you will have reports for Broward, Miami, Palm Beach, and Martin County. The first one on the top is for the 3rd quarter of 2019. If I click through, I will get the reports by zip code for the closed sales median sale price. I have information for Miami, Broward, JTHS Palm Beach, and Martin County. Situate yourself and know information of the median sale price by simply coming to miamirealtors.com, clicking on News, and choosing this report. Don't forget residential market sales activity map by zip code. Clicking back on News, let me show you the South Florida Market Stats. If I click through South Florida Market Stats, I get information for Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Martin, and San Luis County for the month prior year, and the percent of change over the year for single-family homes and townhomes and condos. Statistical reports, more information here on the side, and then info dating back. A great tool that you can cut and paste and put into your reports to share. Remember, all of this was from coming to news. Continuing, let's click over to services. Under the services area, note that you have products and services, over 150 of them available to you. When you're working with buyers and sellers, sometimes you need co-branded marketing material. You can click through to co-branded marketing material on the lower left-hand side of the page. This will bring you to the co-branded marketing material area, where you can see the top 20 reasons to buy and sell for Miami, Broward, and Palm Beach. All you have to do is click and you're able to download and save this. Clicking back, note that there is also a top ranking city, Miami, Broward, Palm Beach, and you can click through. For Miami, note that there has the 4th healthiest city in America, 3rd most fun city in America, 100 number of languages spoken, number 1 most international city. Co-brand these flyers and use them for your presentations. Another of my favorites, let's look at the Broward. Beautiful clean beaches, top cruise port, world-class art and entertainment, yachting capital of the world. When featuring Broward, when you're working with your buyer or your seller, you can showcase this co-branded flyer. Clicking back, we also have one available for Palm Beach. Click through Palm Beach and show them all the interesting areas in Palm Beach. Equestrian capital of the world, top place to launch a career, most searched, Port of Palm Beach, top city in Florida for young families. Clicking back, other pages on the co-brand that may interest you are member listings. Let me select Miami. And this brings you to a co-branded flyer that you can use Miami link to the world. When you list with me as a Miami member, my listings are featured on over 500 websites around the world and a list of the sites that may be included. For sellers, when you list with me, I can provide your property with additional US and international exposure. And for buyer, whether it's around the corner or around the world, I can find the perfect property for you. A wonderful flyer for your working with buyers and sellers. Another one to show you, now please remember you can click on this entire page, is Miami sharing listings. There's one for residential and one for commercial. If I click through residential, I find that as a seller, you get more exposure, and as a buyer, I can help you find your perfect property anywhere. Information and MLSs that we share data with. All of this because I came to miamirealtors.com services. For a quick link to this, simply go to miamirealtors.com/co-brand. miamirealtors.com/co-brand. Now coming back to the home page, let's click through to the MLS by going to the Miami Gateway, logging in, and once we've logged in, going into Matrix. Once we are in Matrix, let's do a search. I'm going to click through a recent one of mine. Once you have your search and you open a listing, there are certain items that I'd like to show you. Number 1, a tip. If you see this icon or symbol that looks like an asterisk, it's actually a currency symbol, and it appears before the legal, description, square footages, and folio. This means that the data was entered directly from the IMAP page into the MLS. It was auto-populated and not altered. Not altering it meant that this symbol was then created. When you're here in Matrix, please note that if you need additional information, there's a whole bar up top. Let's talk about those. There's a little white house in a blue box. If you click through Find, there's a little white box that's called Professional Search. If you click through, it will open up Realtor.com's professional search, and you will have information including if it's more expensive than nearby properties, the price that it has gone up since the last sale date, if it's higher or less than properties nearby, the type of property and details. And once you start scrolling down, you can even come and get property tax history, school and neighborhood information, nearby schools, community info and demographics, average household income, age groups in the area, percent to own ratio, and education level. You even have a payment calculator. Showing you principal and interest, property tax, homeowner insurance, and HOA fees for the property. Coming back to Matrix, if we move along and you see a data error, you can report it to the MLS anonymously by clicking through this yield sign. If we continue, you can come to the home with a percent, and this is Rateplug. If I click through Rateplug, this is another mortgage payment calculator, which even includes a disclosure form that I can click through. Use this and more to help your customer make decisions on buying and selling. You can calculate here the down payment. Click Calculate. And calculate the price. Moving on to Matrix. Don't forget, professional search by Realtor.com, Rateplug, and now next to that, without any symbol, is Insurnace. If I click through Insurnace, I will get information from Surfina. This is Surfina's phone number, fax number, and email address. This is a cost insurance estimate. This property's insurance estimate would be $3,066. If your customer speaks a different language, this insurance estimator allows you to click through and create the estimate in the language of their choice. Spanish, Portuguese, French, more. This is printable, and you can make it a part of your presentation. Surfina, home insurance and inspection, available directly from the MLS at a fingertip. Now, how many of you may be considering creating a flyer, either to show or for an open house for a property? For a quick one, click the RPR link. Please be sure to have your information in RPR and your profile created, including picture and contact details. If you have this, simply click Create Report. If you're interested in creating your RPR account and have not done so, please be sure to join us for an RPR class. Also note that they are available on Miami Realtors Live and youtube.com/miamitrainers. If I click Create Report and I select Property Flyer, I am able to choose a picture by selecting on More Details that I would like to feature on my flyer. I can select a photo, come and add information, and change the headline, add details and description, make sure that my contact information and profile info is up to date, and then simply come and run report. Now that the chime is ready and the report is done, click Run Report, Download Report. And you have your flyer, photo, location of the property, description, your contact details and information that are clicked through, information on the property, MLS number, and date. Ready to print, ready to share, ready to show. RPR's Property Flyer. Now back to Matrix. If I come to the home page, right in the middle, you should see eProperty Watch. Look for yours. Never be forgotten and use it to stay in touch with past clients or folks that you know have lived at a place and may not know the value of their home. If they accept your invitation, they will receive a monthly report with home value, neighborhood activity, and market trends. A wonderful addition to our MLS by your Miami Realtors. To get this started, if you're a first-time user, you're going to click through. Once you click through, there will be a free to join or free band that appears on the first page. I have already registered and my information goes directly to my eProperty Watch. If you've clicked for the first time, on the bottom you will see free. From your MLS, click that, and a second screen will pop up where your first name, last name, and information are showing. Fill out the password that you would like to use. We recommend the same as you use for the MLS. And then on the drop down, say that you were given this through your MLS. Once you've done those two steps on those two different pages, you will come then to a page like this one. Like any new system, you must set it up. So we would come up to settings first, put in your name, designations, office name, tagline if you have one, website, agent ID is your license number, your contact info, and be sure to choose a file and add your photo and logo so that every time something goes to the customer, it goes with your branding and information. If I continue, then I can choose to have it display, right, the equal opportunity, and yes, that I want free leads. And most importantly, after adding all of my information, I should click Save Profile. Once I've done that, I can come back to the dashboard, and from this initial page, note that I can import my contacts from the MLS. If your contacts do not have a physical address, the invitation will include a letter and allowing the customer to put it in the area that they are interested in. If you're more interested in personalizing, you can actually have a list that you export from any CRM or contact system that you have, and you can actually come up to clients on top and choose to import your list. If you're just starting and you're going to have them here, you can click on New. Please note that you must add first name, last name, email address, and property address. The property address is going to be the indicator as to the property that you're going to get value on. Let me put an example. Notice that when I start to search, it gives me options. I must come in, select the appropriate one, and now I have a property value, and it can even add a custom value. Once I click Send, my customer will receive an invite. They must accept the invite, and then on a monthly basis, on the day they have confirmed, they will continuously receive updates on their property. Let me show you an example. If in green, it means that they have confirmed, the day of their confirmation, and you can click through details and see what has been sent and when. If I click here through the first one, I can actually view what was sent, new on the property, neighborhood trends, contact information, and more. If I come back, the initial invite was here, asking them if they would be interested and to click Tell Me More. All of this information on your eProperty Watch, a monthly newsletter keeping you in touch with your customer. Now, what happens if your customer has additional properties? Once they've accepted one invite, all you need to do is click Add New Property, and a new monthly report will be sent for the individual property. eProperty Watch. Stay in touch, keep in touch, give information to your customer, and let them know that you're their realtor. Now to review. We came in and we walked through some important areas of the website. From the initial website, we click through Global for information and statistics to use with our buyers and sellers, Advocacy for information on government and other agencies and information you may need. We click through Affiliates to create a team of people that you may want to work with. We click through News to get you updated statistical information by zip code and then monthly from the statistics report. If I click on News, just a little reminder. South Florida market stats and the median sales activity map by zip code were the two I showed you, but be sure to click through everything. Then I came to Services and we talked about co-branded flyers. If I scroll down, get to co-branded and how you can personalize these with the video on the upper right hand side and all the material that is available to you here. Once done with this, we came to Matrix. And from Matrix, we went ahead and we opened a search. And with a property open, we visited links within the property, including professional search by realtor.com, talked a little bit about data error and that you can do this anonymously, the percent Rateplug mortgage broker information, Surfina insurance inspection, and RPR. After that, we came to Home and we covered eProperty Watch. Never be forgotten. All of these wonderful tools are part of Working with Buyers and Sellers Part 1. Thank you for being a Miami member. Stay tuned for Part 2 coming soon.